So it's been an action-packed podcast day so far, T-Mac. Can I tell you why?
Yeah, please.
Technical difficulties. Lots of them.
You would think by episode 43, our computer would remember everything that we input for like the sound swipes and things like that.
Yeah.
B, the music uploading would be simple as just like bam, 2 seconds.
I want this song.
The microphone would have woken up by now.
You'd think that it'll work when you plug it into the computer. You'd think it would work.
That's right.
That doesn't work. Yeah.
He's used to going into that USB hole, and he's familiar with that.
He's made a groove for himself. There's no foreplay anymore with the hole.
Not at all.
And the microphone plug, it just goes straight into
the hole.
It's always ready for action.
Exactly right. Yet today he had some issues.
He had some issues. He's a little bit, he doesn't want to talk about it. Obviously,
he was just trying to stuff the sack into the hole, and it didn't work that way.
Let's try not to read into it because it's been a busy week for the microphone. He's really tired. He's got a lot on his mind.
Yeah,
he just couldn't get into the hole today.
There's a strange odor on the top of the microphone. I won't ask you what that is, but I know you said you took it home to play around with it with your lady.
Yeah,
you guys were recording something,
we've been working on some projects.
Sure.
And the microphone had a really big, very heavy part to play in
Absolutely,
that one. Yeah. So let's just move right on from that one.
We'll move along there.
So the technical difficulties are past. We're ready to go. It's a new week, T-Mac.
Yes, it is indeed.
Are you excited today?
Dude, can you not see it in my face?
I can see it in your face, but I just want the listeners to understand how excited you are right now.
I'm T-Mac. This is Joshua. We're here with Generational. I'm extremely excited today.
Joshua and T-Mac.
Extremely excited.
We're in a new studio today as well, T-Mac.
This is true. We've got so many studios on premises that we can access.
We have up to 4 studios. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
In our one complex, we've got a new view today of the railway tracks, which is great.
Yeah, Spencer Street Railway tracks.
Looks great. And we're facing a different direction, which we don't know how that will affect the podcast.
We are facing the...
I'd say that would be...
south.
That would be south.
Yeah, we're facing south. So we got northeasterly winds coming to our back.
Which is all important information for our listeners to hear.
That's
T-Mac.
right.
So what do we have in store for them today, T-Mac?
Oh, God, I don't know. I mean, look, I haven't seen yours. You haven't seen mine. I think I would assume we've got some celebrity talk, maybe from your end.
Do we? I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. They're just going to have to listen on, aren't they, T-Mac?
They are indeed. Come back. See what we got for you.
Well, yeah, we come back. I mean, if you're not doing anything else, that is. We don't want to be too pushy.
You've already invested 2 minutes 39 seconds into this podcast. You may as well stick around.
Now it's 2 minutes 43. Now you're really past the threshold. Keep on listening. After the break, we'll have some interesting topics to discuss. Maybe.
Right back at you.
Generation.
Thank you, peoples.
Thank you, Mad Funk, for showtime. Love a bit of Mad Funk, D-Mac.
Mad Funk. I like getting with the Mad Funk.
I'm all about the Mad Funk.
You're a Mad Funk brother.
I'm a Mad Funk kind of guy.
Okay, then. We'll end on that.
Just for the listeners out there, a Mad Funk kind of guy, Josho. Bam.
I'm going to start off with something here, Josho.
So you've got something for us. So we actually have material for today's show.
We've got some things to talk about today.
Well,
There's been a lot going on.
It's been a big week.
You may have a little story as well for us.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
I want to talk about something I did just last week. I haven't done it in quite some time.
Okay. All right, what's that? Showered? What's that? Shaved? What is it? What are you talking about?
Had intercourse with your girlfriend. No.
Oh!
Just kidding.
It's true.
I would not do that.
It's true. We share everything.
It was just oral. But I've got look. I did some. What I did, and most men I think would agree with that. You don't do this very often. You don't buy a new wallet.
You don't buy a new wallet because you just why do it?
How often do you buy a new wallet? Seriously, I haven't bought one in probably 10, 12 years.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Like that. Okay. So I went out, I did the deed, I went out and I bought a new wallet. You went out and
bought a new one because
I bought a new wallet.
It's such a big commitment to buy a wallet because it has to fit your lifestyle.
That's right.
And you're used to your old wallet. You've got everything you need in that old wallet.
It's worn to your ass. Like
exactly.
The way, your cards have taken the curvature of that wallet and so on and so forth.
Exactly right, yeah.
Do you remember your first wallet?
I assume it was like a Rip Curl or a Pokemon kind of like
Velcro.
Velcro.
Exactly.
Yes.
Every man's got a that. But every man has to develop up to that leather wallet, right?
Yes, absolutely.
I think when you get your first leather wallet, it's a rite of passage.
This is true.
It's a rite of passage. Yeah,
of course. You know, it's funny because I was just talking the other day. I've had the same wallet for about 4 years.
Yeah. No,
and I'm thinking it's time to move on. But what do? I'm scared.
And what I realize these days, the materials wallets are made out of have really evolved these days.
They really have. They're brand new. They're fancy. They're funky. They're
not
fresh.
just a leather. It's just you've got your eel skin and you've got your lamb's leather. It's coming out. You can get some
lamb's leather,
recycled water bottles. You can get them out of
absolutely
plastic, all this kind of stuff.
Definitely.
I mean, I chose a unique one. I went with the Scarab Beetle Wing.
Model, cool. Yeah, I've heard of that one. Cool. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
So it was really soft, really supple. It's got this really fine powder on it.
Fine powder. With horsehair as the stitching in there as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
full around the wing and then up into the.
Now I had a strange experience buying this wallet because I haven't bought one in so long. You know, over the years you accrue so many things that you really don't realize are in your wallet.
2 or 3 things, yeah.
Well, many.
Oh yeah, about 4 or 5.
So what I found myself in a kind of an incriminating situation because as I bought the wallet, you just bought a new wallet. You want to get into it straight away.
It's like the second you exchange money.
Exactly, you're like, this thing's out of here. So I start unpacking my wallet on the table
at the shops
in front of the sales girl.
Okay. What are you pulling out?
Because she's like, do you want to take this away? Would you like a bag for that?
Oh, you're just going to go ahead and do it right now?
No, you know what? If I leave it, it may fly away because it is scarab wings.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
So I better hold on to it.
I
better put that chain on it and
right now. Yeah, exactly. Straight away. I'm just going to throw it out there.
So I just started unpacking it, put it on the table.
Of course
I mean, obviously, you got all your standard things. You got your driver's license, your credit card, your John Stamos fan club badge, things like that.
Definitely.
Every man's got those.
Everyone.
Every guy's got that in his wallet.
Yeah.
So no issues there at all.
Definitely.
There were a few incriminating items that came out.
Okay, there was a few things that when you pulled it out, put it on the table.
I felt like she may have been judging me based on these things.
But you weren't thinking.
Know what I'm saying?
You weren't thinking. You were excited.
I'm excited,
you just wanted to get your shit into that wallet.
I want to get into this wallet, man.
Yes.
I just want to drop my coins in, drop my bills in, figure out which slots I'm going to put which card, what's going to be the most for the quickest access.
You just want to get your fingers in those slots.
Where am I going to put my Mikey card?
Yeah, loosen them right up. Loosen up those slots.
You do actually have to loosen up the slots.
You have to, otherwise the cards are just too stiff, and then you got to get your fingers in it. You got to get generational.
Right. There were some things that were incriminating. There were a few things.
Just to clarify, can I just clarify? There was a few things that were incriminating in his wallet.
Maybe she didn't look at it this way.
Okay.
I felt a bit uncomfortable.
So you were feeling, okay, cool.
There was an Officeworks receipt in there. It was for a USB stick that I bought 8 years ago.
Sure it was, yeah.
$220 for this USB stick.
How much was it?
It was 40 meg. Yeah, so... That was a little bit embarrassing.
$220.
Yeah, for 40 meg. Is that a
No, I remember back in the day I bought I think it was 128 meg, and it was around the same price.
Yeah, okay.
And that was when I was...
Well, you got a deal, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah,
there was a sketch of a tattoo I was going to get.
Fantastic. What was it?
I've been carrying that around for quite some time.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I knew, because you're a tattoo guy, I knew you would ask me what it was, so I actually brought it with me.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so I'm going to hand it to you. I'm just going to let you kind of describe it to the listeners, if you're able to discern it, and see what it says.
Okay, so I'm just opening it up right now. It's quite fancy, actually. Yep. It's got quite a fancy little artwork underneath the writing. There's 3 words. Pretty straightforward. Fuck Bill Clinton.
Yeah, so I thought, at the time, it was a good idea. You know, I was going to get that.
Exactly right.
I carried it around for ages, and then the time passed.
And it means a lot to you as well. It's important that the tattoo means a lot to somebody.
This is right. And I thought, okay, you know, as I get older, is this one really going to be relevant?
And, I mean, Justin Bieber, he has the same... He feels the same way about the whole situation as well. So it's always like, you know, we like Justin Bieber. We like talking about Justin Bieber. You know, you got to put your tattoo about the podcast about Justin Bieber. It all ties in together, T-Mac.
That's exactly right. There was also... My bucket list was in there. Okay.
Okay.
And this is not something you would really generally show people.
Especially not a salesperson at a wallet store.
A 19-year-old sales girl. Yeah. She's just wanting to make her $7 an hour.
You want to take the wallet? Fantastic. All of a sudden, she's in the world of T-Mac.
Exactly.
Bam.
She's enveloped in my world.
She was just selling a wallet, and then she stepped into the world of T-Mac.
I mean, the bucket list wasn't too bad. The first thing on it was buy a new wallet, so I was able to tick that off straight away. So that was really cool.
That's good.
I was happy about
that.
That's strong. Yeah. You had your other ones that are, just your standard ones. Write a novel.
Yeah, just like everyone. Yeah.
Assassinate Justin Bieber.
Everyone.
Pee in the shower at the Big Brother house. That's still on my bucket list.
Yeah, definitely. People watching.
I want to see that on film.
It's something about people watching. Yeah.
And the last one, which is definitely yet to be done, it's make a funny podcast.
Yeah,
so that was my bucket list.
And that was all for her to see. And
exactly right.
How did she react to the whole situation? Was she?
She was. She had a look of indifference, but she was also kind of scared and erotically turned on in a manner of speaking.
No, I can tell that. That's generally the feeling I get from people when you are around. So
I mean, just that was my experience, and in essence, these are the diaries of a lonely wallet salesman. So.
Okay, generational.
Wanted to share that with you guys. Thanks very much.
Generational. Yeah. Bye. Well, that was an interesting segue. That was a very interesting one. Okay, T-Mac. I mean, it's been a big week. It's been a big week all over the world.
There's been so much shit going on.
There's been a lot of stuff going on. I went onto my various sources for information for the podcast, and I was just, there was so much information. I struggled. I weighed a little bit. Okay, I found one thing though. North Korea has been in the news again.
You love North Korea.
I'm all over the North Korean news.
You are so up on your North Korean news.
North Korea and Justin Bieber are my two favorite searches. T-Mac in the news
on the North Korean tip.
It's interesting because it absolutely ballooned into something ridiculous about 2 months ago, and then it just went quiet.
If North Korea were a microphone that stayed at your house, that thing would be smelling.
That would be this microphone.
That would be, smelly.
Exactly right. So North Korea, I mean, they've come out and they've made another announcement for the world. T-Mac, another terrifying announcement to the world. And I'm gonna share that with you right now. Kim Jong-un has come out and said that they are planning on being the mushroom powerhouse of the world.
Really? Okay.
North Korea is planning on being the mushroom powerhouse of the world. Tell your family, tell your friends.
Does he mean mushroom cloud? Or?
This is mushroom, the
edible substance.
The edible fungi. They are planning on being the mushroom powerhouse of the world. This is big news, T-Mac. This is absolutely big news. Apparently, it was Kim Il-sung's, which is the original president of North Korea, the very first North Korea. It was his vision that North Korea would become a famous mushroom producer. So Kim Jong-un has come out and said, we're going to do it.
And the Japanese are shaking in their boots, I assume.
They're freaking out, all right? Because, I mean, shiitake mushrooms, chestnut mushrooms. I mean, they're big in the mushroom world as well.
Indeed they are.
All right, and now North Korea is coming in and saying, hey, you know what? Well, we're going to be the mushroom powerhouse of the world.
It's a big call.
It's a massive call.
Can
they go through with it? I don't know. Maybe they can. Maybe they can't.
Ooh, I'm a big mushroom fan, and I'm not sure if I can see myself going out to the mushroom shop and choosing a North Korean mushroom over a Japanese mushroom.
That's the thing.
Is it like? Can you really see yourself doing that?
And I think that's what North Korea is planning. Is to confuse consumers.
It's a mushroom coup d'etat.
Adding another mushroom to the whole mix.
So they're going to throw it up. They're going to throw like some hybridized.
That's what I feel like they're going to do. Like they're going to come up with their own mushroom house. They're going to hit the mushroom industry so hard.
Can you foresee anything they might come out with? Like, have you thought about it?
I haven't really.
Okay.
Maybe
this was going somewhere.
It's going nowhere.
Okay.
Okay. So I did a bit of research on my own.
Oh, so you did do research?
I did a little bit of research.
Of course.
I pushed forward.
Yes.
About half an hour ago, I did a bit of research. Okay. And I found out some other things that they're planning on being the world leaders in.
Oh, right.
Because North Korea, that's what they're all about. They're egomaniacs.
They are indeed.
They want to get their name out there.
It's a country with short men's complex, as we've said before.
It's a whole country of short men's complex.
That's right.
So there's a few other things that they want to be world leaders in. I'm going to run you through a couple of them. First one is George Clooney coffee mugs. They want to be the world leader in distributing George Clooney themed coffee mugs.
Okay.
So that's basically George Clooney with his face on the coffee mug. That's George Clooney with his hand on his hip, and that becomes the actual hand of the coffee mug.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a few different themes.
Yeah, good stuff.
T-Mac. Yeah. Movie themed ones as well. Ocean's 11.
Sure.
Themed coffee mugs and a few different things.
Slot machine arm as the handle type of thing. Yeah,
Kim Jong-un, he's a big fan.
Okay,
he's a big fan of George Clooney.
Crucial.
Hair combs. I mean, they're big on their hair.
Yeah.
In North Korea. They want to be the world leader in hair combs, North Korea branded hair combs, hit the market hard all over the world.
Would those be shaped in the shape of North Korea itself?
I mean, we're talking.
I could see that.
We're talking flat. We're talking the round
the flat ones that you put your middle finger through.
You put your middle finger through and you run through your hair, John Travolta style.
Barbershop style.
Yes, I used to have one of them when I was like 11 years old. And so they want to be the world leaders in haircuts. I think this is all planning on world domination through different avenues.
Yeah, well, it's the way to go.
They tried military strength, and it didn't really.
It's not happening. Let's just get a business happening.
It didn't really work out for them. Surfboards.
Okay.
They're big on their surfing in North Korea, obviously. John Stamos memorabilia, which I was happy about. Obviously, they want to become the world leaders in that one. Flared jeans. Flared jeans.
What are those? I haven't heard of those.
So those are the ones where the ankle part of the jeans flare out.
Sure. So they're going to export those.
Yeah, bring it in.
Yeah, good.
They're big on fashion in North Korea as well, and they're big on their flares as well. If you watch some North Korea propaganda, you can see the flared pants on all their military officers.
Yeah, for sure.
Interior decorating. One thing, Kim Jong-un is actually a keen decorator.
Okay.
He's got a keen eye for the interior decorating, and he wants to be the interior decorating center point for the whole world.
I've heard he has studied textile engineering at one stage, and he's very prolific in his wallpaper designs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
He's one of the best. And slavery. So they've got a few things that they want to be world leaders in, T-Mac. So North Korea is definitely on the map, and they are planning world domination in many different ways. Some ways more subtle than others.
Yeah, well, let's keep an eye out for those. I wouldn't mind latching on to some of those ventures. Hopefully it'll go public and we'll be able to get some stock in those.
North Korea mushrooms, get amongst it.
Remember earlier we were talking about new business ventures.
Yes, we do that a lot. That's kind of our thing.
You were talking about doing some things like, I don't know... some things
like what we thinking of doing? We'll trampoline, some sort of trampoline pizza delivery service,
internet, trampoline,
some sort of wildlife takeaway ice skating rink. Some where we have an ice skating rink and we let animals loose onto the ice. And we have children skating around on the ice,
and then
trying to get away from the animals.
A capture the flag type of game.
Exactly right.
Yeah, exactly right.
Don't get eaten by the pumas.
No, exactly. There's one that's already actually going in Sweden at the moment. Okay. I thought this would be a really good one.
Not the animal ice skating rink.
No,
it's not the animal ice skating rink because I've patented
not the elude the puma ice skating rink capture the flag race. No, not that one. It's actually a condom ambulance.
Okay, fair enough. So
condom ambulance. This is great.
It's about time.
The Swedes are doing this already because the Swedes are a randy bunch, man.
They are a randy bunch, aren't they? They're very
put a bunch of them together.
Yeah.
And they're getting naked and they're getting into each other.
How can we deliver condoms in a different way?
It's actually a condom ambulance. It shows up at high risk locations and hands out condoms to horny citizens.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yes, it's brilliant. It's fantastic.
So I'm trying to think how can we work that into Melbourne scene and where would we go? What would we do with this? Like, first of all, we need to think of a vehicle. Okay,
definitely.
Should it be a giant condom or should it be just like this? Should we rocket them out? Should we drop them via parachute? Whatever. Yeah. These are the things I want you to be brainstorming with me.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I need that Gen Y energy. Okay.
At nightclubs.
Yeah.
At nightclubs, this is a great idea. It's almost worth having some sort of condom sprinkler system set up in a club.
There you go. Now you're thinking.
And just have it just 20 for the whole night. Just have condoms falling from the ceiling.
Yep, that's true.
People grab them off the ground. People are catching them. People putting them in their pockets because everyone at a nightclub.
Here's one. I got 3D printing is a big deal these days.
Sure.
Okay. Portable 3D printers on your iPhones. Okay, so you can actually print out a 3D condom.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Bam, you've always got one, no matter where it is.
Done.
It's not going to be sitting in your wallet for 10 years and causing a ring on the outside of the leather of your wallet.
You're ready to go whenever you want.
You know what I'm
saying?
Fresh
condom.
Bam.
Fresh condom.
3D printing of condom. So, look, the condom ambulance, I mean, we could take it out to all the major festivals.
Yeah, definitely. Necessary. very necessary at the festivals. Yes, that's a good idea.
Here at Generational, we condone safe condom use. We do not condone, jimmying it up there with some like sheepskin thing that you've torn off your wallet.
Sticking your microphone USB in the slot.
No, the microphone.
Put your mic in a tight slot.
Yeah,
in the wallet slot. No, you need to loosen it up first. You need to have protection on that Mikey card.
So I think maybe in the future editions, future episodes, we'll come up with some different. Why don't you guys go ahead and send us some business ideas? We won't use the business ideas, but we will announce them to people, and we'll gauge the response on those. We'll see if there's any interest in some of your business ideas.
You have our word that we won't steal these ideas.
Absolutely, we'll not steal them. You can copyright them.
Yeah.
If you happen to see it out in the market somewhere already, just forget about it because we probably already done it.
Yeah,
we won't.
It wasn't
necessarily.
At the end of the day, it's not going to be us that has taken the ideas. If you see them out there, and that's Generational's word. So T-Mac, I've got a story for you, and I was just wanting to see how you would have handled this because I handled it a certain way.
Okay.
And I wanted to get your vibe. I wanted to get your feeling on what happened and what you would do because I was at a loss. I was at a loss, T-Mac, over the weekend. This is where the podcast really starts to get juicy.
Wow.
At 20 minutes in.
Yep.
Out of half an hour.
Yep.
Okay, this is where we start. This is where we start. So basically, I was out at a restaurant in the last 7 days.
Okay.
With a person. I'm not going to say who it was because I do listen to the podcast.
Sure.
Lots of people that listen to the podcast. One of the 15 people that listens to the podcast is listening to this podcast, and this was the person. So I'm sitting down.
Can you clarify that a bit further?
So basically, they were listening. They listened to the podcast, and they were with me at the time of this story.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
And they listened to the podcast, which is what we're doing right now. So I was sitting down with them at a restaurant.
Him. Ooh, you've already Whoa! Because I assumed it was a woman for some reason. Okay.
It was a woman.
With a penis.
I didn't.
Right. You didn't want to say.
Are you saying who the person is?
You're saying the opposite sex to throw us for like you're not going to actually tell who it is.
I should have told you.
Because if it's your girlfriend, she's going to listen. She's not going to like
she
this.
Listens, so
if it's your mistress,
if it's not,
the girlfriend will hear it. She'll think it's a guy.
And if it's the dude,
Exactly.
So we're sitting down at a restaurant.
Yep.
Okay. And we're having a chat. We're having a good old chin wag, T-Mac. A bit of a chin wag. And I'm holding up my food, ready to bite into it.
Yes.
Right. And
so I assume it's a burger.
Well,
is that going to give away too much again?
Was it a burger?
You're holding up your piece of lasagna.
Yeah, I'm holding. I picked up my lasagna.
Yes.
I'm about to hoe into it.
Yeah.
Okay. And a singular drop of saliva has landed on my hand, but it wasn't my saliva, T-Mac.
So you're pulling the food towards your mouth.
Towards my mouth.
Suddenly you see a piece of saliva appear as if it was just spat over.
Bam. And I see it come from the mouth of the offender.
Yes.
Land on my finger.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't acknowledge it at all. Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Wasn't gonna move. I didn't blink. I didn't even. It was all in my head. Realizing that it happened was all in my head. I didn't actually say anything because I didn't want to make it an awkward situation. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Would you handle it the same way? How do you do that?
All right. Well, this is a very simple one, dude. Okay. It depends who you're with and how good of friends you are.
Well, I didn't. Yeah.
If it was you and I, and we were sitting there having lunch, if I were about to take a bite and I saw that, dude. Dude, you just fucking spat on me. Look at that
Saliva on my hand, Josho.
What's up with that, bro?
Saliva on my hand, Josho.
So, but if it were, if I were at a job interview and the guy had taken me out for, let's go have a snack after it's your second interview, you've done really well, and then I'm about to, and you go,
yeah,
and it's there.
Really
was it really flamming? Yeah,
it was the job interview guy, like a bowl comes out.
I would simply place my lasagna back on the plate, and I'd grab my napkin from my lap and just kind of. And wipe it.
I don't want the job.
No. Now, if it were a girl, if I were on a date, a first date or something,
you'd lick the saliva off your hand.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, or I'd snort it.
Yeah,
one or the other.
Maybe you like this.
So it's circumstantial. That you got to take these. See, I don't know. Every time you have these situations, you seem to think there's a black and white answer to these things.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like that's what I mean. I decided to ignore the issue.
Okay,
that was my way of handling the situation, and you ignore the issue.
So you continued to take the bite
Continued
of
to
your
take a
lasagna,
bite. Continued to take a bite.
while that saliva was right directly next to your
Right
mouth.
on my hand, yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
cried. I cried that night. I
Did
didn't
it
go to
touch
sleep.
your lips?
It didn't touch my lips, but it may have hit cheek. I don't know. But like, I tried to keep the finger away from me. Anyway, I've had it happen to me before, T-Mac.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a reoccurring thing, and I've
Well, it's happened to me when I've been talking to people, and
Yeah.
someone's talking to you, and you feel that thing hit your face. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Everybody has done it. You do the casual kind of pretending, at a specific time in the conversation, you just kind of look the other way and just kind of casually rub it, as if you're just scratching your face or something
scratching
like
your
that.
face, yeah.
And
Nothing
then you
big
look
deal.
down, and there's that booger or whatever.
Yeah, there it is straight away.
So,
Yeah. Well, I had it happen to me once, T-Mac. I was sitting in an Asian restaurant with a person.
Yep.
And I had a little bowl of rice. We were both eating a stir fry or something, beef and black bean. It was beef and black bean. And my bowl of rice was sort of to the left of me, a little bit to the left. And I was taking a bite, a spoonful of my beef and black bean.
Yes.
And I watched a bean fly from the person I was sitting with into my rice, T-Mac.
Out of their mouth?
Out of their mouth.
A whole
bean, directly into the middle of the bowl of rice.
This
that I
is
had
something
right in
about the
front of me.
caliber of people you're having lunch with.
Well,
All these
I
people
mean-
this means they're all talking while they're eating.
They're all talking while they're eating, and they're getting very excited, and they're spitting stuff at me.
Okay, final word of advice. Go eat lunch with people who have their mouths closed. That's all I can say to you.
All right, lunch after this.
Got a tech update. Quick
tech
tech
update.
update. This is a very unique tech update. This is hot off the CNET press. This is for your parents out there.
All right.
Believe it or not.
There's a few that listen.
Huggies is a disposable diaper. You've probably heard of that?
I've heard of
disposable diaper.
I have heard of that.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to keep it, I guess.
They've invented a diaper gadget that sends you a tweet or a text message whenever your baby has peed.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Perfect. That is great.
So there's like an electronic little pad in there or something. It detects moisture. You're out having cocktails. Someone's just spat on your face. You look at your phone to distract it so you can wipe it off your face.
Sure.
Bam, I've got a new tweet.
You got a tweet? Oh.
Your baby just shat itself.
Yeah, beautiful.
So
Fantastic.
basically, look everybody, my baby just shat itself.
That's for everyone to see, or is
that's a tweet to you. So once you retweet
okay, cool.
You can retweet it. You can do
tell
whatever
your
you
friends.
want. You can send it as an email.
Hey, check it out.
You can tweet the link to the pic tweet.
Exactly right.
And the Twitter pic.
Is there a picture that gets automatically sent to you as well?
There's no picture, but I think that's in the works.
That's in the upgrade.
And then what it can also do is detect the toxicity
of
the
definitely
shit,
how healthy
and tell you
the kid is, how well you're taking care of it,
how the levels of vitamin deficiency and whatnot.
And also,
so that's the tech update. That's a tech update.
Well, that's a
pissy,
shitty
diaper tech update.
That's an interesting tech
Isn't
update
it a
for the
tech
show, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's quite a nice one for all the parents out there. See, no one can say that we don't help people.
Look, we cater to the baby boomers as well, right?
We
baby
do.
boomers, although the baby boomers now have kids that are your age.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
fair enough.
I mean,
so this one's going out to maybe the Gen Yers who are having new families and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Forget about the cloth diapers. You're not going to go take those to the laundromat and wash them, are you?
No, you're not. T-Mac.
Disposable
That's what you're not
diapers.
gonna do.
The problem with disposable diapers, they're filling up the landfills to excess, and now there's going to be
So
electronic
now
devices.
we're talking about environments here. We're talking about we're being green.
Yeah, I'm
Generational is a
I'm
green
taking a
podcast.
180-degree turn here. I'm going to go out and tell you not to buy these Huggies, okay? Just do it the old-fashioned way. Get your nose right up in that crotch and see if your child has shit or pissed.
Generational is a green podcast. All our jokes are recycled. T-Mac, there you go.
There you go, Brad.
The Mr. T, Mac, and the Joshi. Generational for another week. Done.
Do you look forward to the broadcast day every day?
I look forward to broadcast day, man. I'm already thinking about next week.
I know,
I
too.
was thinking about next week before this episode even started.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, looking at my material. So it was a good one. It was a good one. Get excited. Tell us that you love us on Facebook. Get onto us. It's facebook.com/generational podcast. Like our page.
And email us at gmail.com.au.
Yeah, whatever that
that's
is.
completely wrong. Generational@gmail.com. I want to apologize for a lot of you who have been sending emails lately. I haven't been able to get through them all. There's probably about 76 just from last week sitting in there, and there's about 200 from the last two. I haven't gotten through to read them all. I want to start reading more emails.
We will get there. And more emails on the air as well. We'll pick out some of the good ones. And we'll
definitely start announcing those because you guys send some really funny stuff, and thanks for all the material because we get all your material from you.
Exactly right.
So
green episode recycled.
Send it through. Get on. I just realized too, if you guys do follow us on Spreaker and listen to us on Spreaker, you can actually make comments on episodes on Spreaker.
Is that right?
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that.
So if you can't be bothered going onto the iTunes and logging on to star rate and leave a comment there, go onto the Spreaker site. At the bottom of each episode, once you open an episode, you can just leave a comment about that specific episode, and we'll take your comments on board.
There you go. There you go, T-Mac. It's a whole crazy world that we live in. It's a crazy world that we live in. So thanks for listening to us for another week.
I appreciate that, guys. We're going to go out and get some lunch, and then we're going to go get some electronic huggies and just strap those bad boys on, because I need to know when Josh is feeking himself.
Until next week. Till podcast day next week. Lay.
We out.
Lay.